You have to get so many wins in these events to get your money back. It's pretty rough. Let people filter in. And hope that the noise levels are fine, because it's something I usually mess up. Maybe I should send the tweets and stuff before I go live, but who knows. It's not like I have some fancy intro. Cool. Let's hope for lots of good rares. A Nadir Kraken seems pretty solid. Draw a card, get a counter and a token, so that seems pretty solid. Woe Strike is excellent, and I kind of want it for standard, so that's nice. Do like me any kind of sacrifice nonsense. This is great in standard. I don't know how solid it is in sealed, given the fact that the draw free is nice, but unless we have a way to get rid of it. Erebos is pretty strong. Bit of a sacrifice thing going on here between these two. Storm Herald, what's this one? 3/2 haste. Enter battlefield, return any number of aura cards from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to creature control, exile them beginning your next end step. Because always would leave the battlefield, exile them and instead of putting them anywhere else. So this is kind of like a 3/2 for free that gets stuff back for a turn. And yes, there is a large green boy, but it's 7 mana 5/5 trample that makes all your mana tripled. So unless you have something that goes with that, it's not the best in the world. I think. I'm not sure. Certainly turns on devotion. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Sentinel's Eyes is fine. This is a very mediocre removal spell, but I'll take it. These are always solid. The Sorting on Arena is so bad. I morally would like to do nothing. 3/1 that exiles is fine. Parachute Knight's always solid. Constellation gains double strike. I guess we'll see how many we got. Omen of the Sun's good. This has been decent. 2/3 flying that gains lifelink and vigilance seems fine. And I've definitely had this completely ruin me in a couple sealeds now because the Constellation taps something down. I'm not going to do it this way, it's just annoying me to have to do it properly. So our white's kind of got some enchantment stuff going on. And a couple of Constellation payoffs, but nothing amazingly powerful in there. Blue, we've got a Chain to Memory, a small combat trick with Scry, and some fantastic art. Eidolon, 6 and a blue, sack it to draw free isn't my kind of speed. The tap escape is fine. Some Turts McGurts. So it's very defensive, I believe. Flash Enchant gains hexproof and it gives it +1/+1. I've found this to be a really solid card. Just fading a removal spell, trigger Constellation, instant speed. 3 of these as well. 1 free flash flying, shrink something based on devotion to blue, so kind of liking our blue. 2-1 for 2 that does the self-mill on damage. Ah, Caliphie. So the Caliphie is like the Kira Great Blast Spinner, where it makes our stuff harder to target. Power Devotion to Blue. So we've got a Devotion to Blue theme going on in blue. Counter-type creature enchantment. I'll play that in sealed. Then a Deer Kraken. Naiad of Hidden Coves. 2 blue, 2 free. As long as it's not your turn, spells cost 1. Yeah, it seems solid. And Vexing Goal. I mean, this is the best art in the set as far as I'm concerned, just for the comedy and the style. But you know, Flash Flyers are solid. Oh, and another solid flying constellation creature. So I'm really liking blue. Definitely a lot better than our white is. Black. Grim Position. That's a solid 1-drop. Creature gets +2, -1. So it's kind of removal. Possible. This card, yeah, this is like Transgress the Mind from Battle for Zendikar, isn't it? 2 blue, exile anything non-land. And it's against exiled as well, so 1 a blue Sactigrane. Could be a solid 2-drop. 2 of the -3/-3s. Elspeth's Nightmare. That seems pretty good. Draw 2, lose 2, mill 2 seems good. Minions return. Possibly, I'm not really sure. Sack a creature enchantment. Soul Reaper of Mogis. I like this because it's solid on 3 and turning anything into a card can be pretty handy. And we've got this, so 3/3 can't block of escape. We've got the Erebos, the Nyxborn Marauder, an exile spell, and a Woe Rider. So, I mean, yeah, our pool seems better than yesterday. Blue-black seems solid, so I'm going to need to see something good from red or green. Okay, well, the Satyrs Cunning, the Impending Doom, and the Thriller Possibility are very average. Oread of Mountains Blaze is pretty good, Omen of the Forge is pretty good, Storm Herald is fine. And then, what else we got in red? A 7/3, deal 1 to 3 creatures they can't block. This thing. This seems average, so I don't think it's red. Green, 2 pump spells with a giant. I guess that's a wombat? No, it's not a wombat. Some sort of thing. Plummet's always nice. Yeah, 2/2 for 2 at self mills is good. Return to Nature is great in this set, just because all the modes hate on key themes of the set apart from Artifact. Enchant creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it, but if you keep double the number of +1/+1 counters on enchanted creature. I mean, that seems okay. I'm a big fan of this card. 3 mana, 3/3 that untaps. Loathsome Chimera. Played with this once or twice and it seemed pretty solid. 2 in a green, 1/4 reach constellation. Okay, so there's some Omens of the Hunt and some Fogs. Some not blown away by that. And it looks like we've got nothing splash, but we do have Wings of Herbis, as it's been hilariously called in a couple games. There's nothing particularly exciting there except the Liar, so I think it seems pretty clearly a blue-black pool. It's got removal and good cards. A little bit of a sacrifice theme. Fortunately, we don't have any way to sacrifice. Don't have any way to sacrifice enchantments. apart from this. Oh, that's even an opponent, otherwise I would play this. Don't think we do, at least. These are all sack creatures. Do have a lot of creature sack, so I could see if there's anything that kind of ties in with that. And I guess minions return does, but that seems like a good way to get 2 for 1. Okay, so we're playing a fairly grindy deck with a lot of flyers. I'm not playing a great deal of... well, I've got some stuff with flash. And we've got a slight devotion to blue theme. Don't think I like this Naiad of Hidden Codes as much as I should. This doesn't quite fit with the overall plan of our deck. How many non-creature spells do we have? 9. And the Starlit Mantle could be really handy with some of these kind of big flying threats. We don't need 2 Riptide Turtle. Well... and a lot of our non-creature spells are removal, that's the thing. In this sealed, maybe we don't want this. Yeah, I think we've got enough sack outlets to not play that. Well, I'm going to go without those 2. Is there anything better? And perhaps it is this. Just because we've got... these have got flash, these all have flash, these have flash. So we actually have a fair bit of flash in instance, so the Naiad of Hidden Codes actually sounds pretty handy. We don't have the biggest devotion to blue. An Error Boss probably isn't going to get turned on that much, but I mean, it's just the ability's really good. Anyways, to tick up devotion to either. I don't think so. Let's give this a go and see how it does. I mean, I've definitely got some stuff I want for standard at the very least, so can't complain about that. And I have a good beer as well. Salty Kiss. We've got four lands and 3 spells we can cast, so that's a very hard thing to turn down in sealed. We appear to be against a filthy castle. Also in blue. Ah, Threnody Singer, let me sing you the song of my people. I'm just going to drop one of these down early. And with this much evasion, I'm kind of happy to beat down early. And hopefully this Nadir Kraken doesn't die. Because this on turn 3, if it doesn't die, feels like it could really get out of hand. Okay, so there's a Naiad of Hidden Codes. I will pay. And let's bash. I mean, this card seems really solid. I wonder if it'd be any good in Standard. Probably going to flash in this Threnody Singer at the end of turn. Alivrios Enraptured. Actually, I'm not going to flash this in, because if we attack the Nadir Kraken... Ah, well, never mind. Well, I mean... It's about as an easy a start as we could have hoped for. Well, if we just do that every game, then we'll be golden. J.M. Dunnell. Ah, I think this is the first time I've seen the actual Theros battlefield. I think this is Mulligan. If this was a swamp, I'd actually consider it with 3 playable cards. Yeah, that's much better. I think, as strong as it is, we'll just get rid of the Witness for Tomorrow's for now, just because I want some early plays, and the Woe Stride is a very, very good start. And the fact that you can sack with no cost. Temple Thief. Can't be blocked by enchanted creatures or enchantment creatures, which I'm sure is going to get some people for sure. I'm just going to shrink this. I'm not going to go for the block. I don't want to walk into a combat trick. Just because when we've got Caliphate, the devotion actually does matter quite a bit. And we're not going to kill it, so... do we want to go for Caliphate first? Oh, we'll do... well... I feel like if we go Caliphate first, because it makes our things harder to target, and we want this Woe Stride and this Nadir Kraken to resolve for sure, and I feel like there's a pretty good chance that Nadir Kraken or Woe Stride will die if we just drop it straight away. Omen of the Sea. I wish I had one of these. Typically in Sealed I tend to run out the cards I want to die least last. We'll see if it pays out. So, Caliphate can't block that Temple Thief. So Shimmering Chimera, on your upkeep returns any shaman you control to your hand. Up to 1, so it doesn't balance itself, but with Omen of the Sea it's pretty strong, and I think this card is probably just very good, given its ability to just keep bouncing stuff. I'm going to drop the Nadir Kraken here and attack for a bunch with Caliphate. I mean, if we trade with a Shimwing, then I'm fine with that. They're going to go to keep repeating it. We've got options next turn between the Woe Strider, the Threnody Singer, and the Entrancing Lyre. And this Threnody Singer, given the current board state, is going to do some work. I've gone for the Omen of the Sea again. kind of fine with them not developing their board right now. I mean, they could have something like this final death that we played, it's 4 in a black, and they just can't get around Caliphy's ability right now. Ooh. So they're playing the Treacherous Blessing. And this is kind of why I wouldn't want to play it, because I mean, you do get to draw free here, but it is going to put a hell of a lot of pressure. Okay. Okay, make a tentacle. We have to beat down pretty hard here. I'm not sure of any Rafts. So let's play the Woe Strider. Oh yeah, that does not work. Well, I guess it does work with Shimmering Chimera because you don't lose the spell. So actually, yeah, I can see why you play Treacherous Blessing with this. Okay, nice. I mean, that's a pretty dominating board state. And we got to play all our best cards. Woe Strider is quite nice with Nadir Kraken, just because Nadir Kraken will keep making tentacles, and Woe Strider will happily gobble them up. So solid start so far. Cracking along nicely. Right, this hand seems very familiar. It seems very keepable as well. And we don't have much expensive things. I guess we are kind of just playing a tempo deck here. I mean, we can expect to see Threnody Singers quite a bit, given we've got 3 of them. Looks like we're up against a blue deck once more. Hateful Eidolon. So this is the one, Lifelink. And when it dies, each aura you control that was attached to it, you draw a card for. It does seem pretty solid in the right deck. Okay, we'll fog this. No point in blocking. Ooh, Elsewhere's Nightmare. We've got choices here. We're not getting attacked. And Caliphy can start applying some pressure and some blocking as well. Elsewhere's Nightmare, I would probably kill this. Just because it seems dangerous to the auras. I guess we do that, because when we get the duress. I don't think I want to attack this yet. So you put these in a face down pile, face up pile. One hand pile into your hand, leave into your graveyard. Well, I guess. Yeah, I guess the 2 that fuel the graveyard that we're going to exile. Oh, and I guess if they take the face up, we get to take the trap to the underworld anyway. I do like this card. Interesting decisions. It's an annoying card to have to face. Oh, so he took the face up. That's fine. I mean, I guess no matter what, we were going to have a target for Elspeth's Nightmare anyway. That's going to be a pain to deal with. Well, I have no mana, so I'm fine with that. Exile type card from a graveyard. I'm not too worried about that. Draw, discard. Constellation, draw, discard. Okay, well let's take this Omen of the Dead then. I think now I want to play Caliphate and the Grim Physician. And now I will attack. It's just when it enters the battlefield, so it's just a free 2 on this, and we're going to have blockers for it eventually. We could draw 2. Could play this. If we play this, it means the Atris. We can double block it and the Physician will just kill it on its own. Don't really have an answer for this 3/5 at the moment, but we could play the Liar out and do it next turn. It doesn't seem very efficient. Well, I think first things first, we just get into this Threnody Singer. And then I think we do play the Woe Strider. Happy to just keep developing our board for now. Opponent still drawing lands. So they're gonna Death Touch mill free. Land, Maya's Grass, Thundering Chariot. So happy to see those go. Kind of happy with no attacks here. I'm not kind of happy, just would be happy with no attacks here. And the Grim Physician and the Goat kind of make it awkward for them. And we actually get some pretty nice blocks because we can block with the Physician and the Goat. Yeah, and I think this is probably why they won't attack. Because we block with the Physician and the Goat, we can sack the Goat once blocks have been declared. The Physician will gain its 1 damage, then it's -1/-1 that kills the Atris, and we still get our Scry. If they were to attack with the Shoal Kraken, that would be a tricky one to figure out. I think I do want to just take this turn off to draw 2. We're in a bit of a stable position, so I don't want to just die by just waiting to pull the trigger on it. I mean, we are self-milling knowing that our opponent's got this Cling to list, but that's fine. We just want to find lands. Okay. Well, we milled 2 lands, but we got a land as well, so I'm happy with that. Drawing a Threnody Singer is really nice too. No, this has reach, does it? Because I think next turn we'll probably go for the Entrancing Liar, and then this Threnody Singer, which will be giving -4, which could be a really nice way to deal with this Venomous Hierophant or the Shoal Kraken. Okay, so they exile that to draw a card. They can't loop it yet. Okay, and they draw 2 as well. Farika's Libation on an island. Okay, so we're all drawing cards and having a good time. Naiad Coves. And loot. I'm tempted to use a Final Death on the Shoal Kraken because constant looting would be a pain in the arse for us. Right, they looted the draw discard, so their hand might be quite strong right now. Oh, another Threnody Singer. Well, let's play out the Liar. And then we can flash in a Threnody Singer if any attacks go on, or we can just Liar something down for 2. Wings of Hubris. My phone stick is in the way. Quick creature has flying, sacrifice it, equip creature can't be blocked this turn, sacrifice it living in the next end step, equip one. So, oh, it just gains flying. I thought you had to sacrifice something to give it flying. Well, that's annoying. Well, we can use a Threnody Singer here to develop it out anyway. Okay, this works out quite nicely for us then. So I'm going to double block here to kill this Shoal Kraken, and we'll Threnody it down. Because the opponent needs removal to make this an awkward block, and no matter what, we can still shrink this. The only thing that really gets us here is a counterspell. Quickly as possible, but I think it's worth the risk. Okay, well, that's fine. So basically, we're trading our Threnody Singer for them to just return this. And now we have double blockers for Atris as well, even with this flying. I think we're probably just holding up Final Death next turn no matter what. Yeah, I'm happy to still keep being down with our Threnodies. Ah, I forgot that's flying. Well, that's not ideal, but it is what it is now. Can I tap anything with a Liar? No, I cannot. Oh, they've got an Erebos as well. Well, that's tricky. I'm going to give the Death Touch a flying. Well, I guess they can sack something mid-combat to make this block on Atris not work. But that's still fine for us. Yeah, whenever another creature controlled they may pay 2 life to draw a card. So they can't go too ham with it. And we'll get a scry on whatever we sack as well. So I'm still feeling fine about this. And this is the thing, this still kills the Atris, right? What was the Erebos targeting? Yeah, it targeted the goat, so this still works for us. It's also quite nice that Erebos' ability... Oh, it doesn't actually know it's spells, not spells abilities. Okay, so the opponent's doming themselves pretty hard here. We get to attack with Caliphate this turn. I am just going to build out the board here rather than using the Lyre. Because the opponent is, you know, kind of drawing cards for sacking stuff, but... or just losing stuff, but that does put the pressure on them. And basically the plan here is to Threnody again, and then just trade for this Hierophant. I mean, in Sealed, no one expects the third Threnody Singer, right? I guess one of the main concerns is if they can turn on the Devotion to Erebos. They need 3 more pips for that. Oh wow! Faster as well. So our block here isn't going to quite work because they can tap one of our creatures. And well, I guess if they blink stuff, that's fine for us right now, but we do need to do something about it. If we Threnody Singer now, we'd have 3 in the air. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this because I think we win if we have the extra Threnody Singer to fly. Oh, I've also just realised. Threnody Singer reducing the power of this means we can now tap it for less than its actual power. And then we can untap it again. And now we win. Because the Rider on Lyre is untapped during untap step. I mean, they've got a tap off faster, but I don't know what else they can have here. We're going 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 still. They need instant speed life gain. Which actually, they gain 3 life if they can exile a creature card from a graveyard. So, we don't just win. They'll go up to 10. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, we don't just win. So I'm going to leave some attackers back. Or some blockers back, rather. Oh wait, they can't pay for that. It's not just free. God damn it. And yes, I have played against 3 blue-black decks in a row. Well, hopefully I haven't just cost myself the game through idiocy. I don't know why I thought that was free. Oh, it's because it regularly costs black, and it's black on escape. It's free in the black on escape, sorry. So that's on me. That's on me. I mean, they can't have anything die, because... Oh no, this is a May, isn't it? Yeah. But I feel like we should be okay. I guess Fasta's really annoying, because Fasta does get around Entrancing Lyre by flickering. But man, how happy do you have to be to get Erebos and Fasta? And the opponent's deck seems good, but maybe with... Maybe kind of like lacking... I think there's some cards in there that I wouldn't play. Okay, so they're drawing another card? No, they're gaining 3 life. Pretty sure the only fog in the set is green. So I think now we can swing with all fairly liberally. I will leave one thing back just in case with the tentacle. I mean, they definitely are acting as if they have a spell to cast. Sacrifice this, well... can't sacrifice itself. I go to 2... Okay, oh, it doesn't even kill the Woe Strider, I guess they're just doing stuff for the sake of it. Okay, well, we keep winning blue Black Mirrors. Well, I mean, no complaints about how this is going so far. This is a... Opponent goes for... We're on the draw. Our odds of drawing a swamp are 24%. I mean, we are holding our own double black card, unfortunately. I feel this is... On the draw, it's just about acceptable, considering we can play everything else in our hand. We're playing against another blue-black deck? It'd be very odd if we were. Okay, black-white. Temple Thief. Okay, well, we've hit our black source, so happy with that. And like every turn 2 in this deck, we're going to Frenzy Sting or something. Woe Strider on the other side isn't the most fun. Oh, we do get a free block here, so... feel like it's worth the risk to play this out. Holding up Flash for the Vexing Gold doesn't do a great deal. No, I like playing it slow here. I mean, obviously it's a rare, but this card's been very good so far. Well, I'm definitely not blocking with the Deer Kraken. I'm happy to get a combat trick out of their hand. Off this 2-2 though. Or are we just being chump checked? Aha! Well, that got us. Well, grow the Kraken. Happy to not attack. I don't know if that quite works out for them as well as they hope it will. It's also worth bearing in mind our opponent has missed land drops 2 turns in a row. So basically this is just going to make us stack the tentacles every time. Which eventually is, like, it's annoying. I mean, it's annoying for sure, but Nadir Kraken kind of answers that in its own right and is still a big threat on its own. We'll beat down in the air in the meantime. It also means, like, that next Marauder I'm happy to rumble with too. We want to take advantage of our opponent's kind of slowing down. Because, I mean, if they keep missing land drops, then this is completely fine for us. Okay, well now I'm going to attack with the Nadir Kraken, because they can't kill it. I get the scry. Okay, so I think I play out Entrancing Lyre here and hold up Starlit Mantle, because, again, let's try and take advantage of the mana screw. If we can start tapping down things. Then we get to hold up the mantle in case they feel like they really desperately need to us. Well, that's a good card. Thankfully we've got an answer to it. I think I may have lost my chat as well, I'm not sure. Yeah, and this is the thing, they might as well beat in with the Woe Strider, but that's just making our blocks... It's making their blocks worse. Okay. Oh, hang on, that's... So this thing is amazing and like standard level amazing. So I'm just happy to get rid of that now. I mean, they can sack it to get the scry, but I mean, the main thing is that it's gone. And it is notable from our side, we have flooded out a little bit here. And the other unfortunate thing is we don't get to hold up Spirit Mantle here. We could have, but we are having to use return a creature. So they got the -3/-3 back. Nice. Well, that's certainly a nice one. I think I'm content to just hit him for 7 here. And depending on the constellation, they can just keep repeating this. This stuff with the Archon. So let's get Caliphate down. We've got the Spirit Mantle to buff. Or fade a removal spell. Yeah, you can get away with flooding with a Deer Kraken in play. For sure. This Archon of Sun's Grace does worry me. Oh wow, a Nightmare Shepherd as well? Wow. So this is a 4/4 flying. When another non-token creature dies, they may exile it and create a token. It's a 1/1 copy of it. That is strong. Does this have lifelink as well? It does. I mean, the slew of rares. I mean, Nightmare Shepherd, Archon of Sun's Grace, and Nightmare Shepherd's quite nice, and Woe Strider. Okay, so let's kill something here. I'm gonna kill the flyer. Then let's attack with both of these. The Spirit, if they try and block Caliphate, the Spirit Mantle will save Caliphate. Like, we've only got our opponent down to 15 at this point. Like, with between the Constellation nonsense and Nightmare Shepherd, they do have a lot of chump blocks. Because any enchantment's going to make a 2/2. Anything dying is going to make a 1/1. Like, this deck is very good. We do need to find a way to beat through it pretty quickly. And it's like in a lot of normal games, just the final death on this would have been enough, but having Woe Strider around to sack it so it didn't get exiled. Do we burn the Spirit Mantle here? I think we do, to be honest. Like, we are just going to sack it anyway, but it's better than sacking the Deer Kraken or Caliphate. We're going to have no blockers here? Okay, I'm gonna... I've got reason for doing this. Which is that if... Oh, nice. Let's get rid of the final death. So, when a creature dies, if an aura is attached to it, it says sacrifice a creature or an enchantment. Exile target. Yeah, so let's get rid of that. So the reasoning here is if we'd have drawn any blue spell, this would have just been lethal. So I'm gonna tap down so we can get in for 14 at least. Oh no, my math is wrong. And then I'm actually just gonna shrink. I'm gonna shrink this down temporarily, so it's an 0/1. And then if they try and Farika's Libation to make us get rid of this tentacle, so we sack one of our good things, we can now sack this Maya's Grasp. And we could also have sacked the Elspeth's Nightmare, but it also stops this from doing anything nasty. I think we just want... Like, this is a nice thing about Entrancing Lyre, is it just keeping everything whittled down. They can't currently escape Woe Strider. They can't escape Mugis's favour and put us in the same position, unfortunately. That's what they're going to do. And they get a Pegasus out of this. Ugh, the slew of rares. It's going to be Caliphate. And Grim Physician's a nice draw because it actually will kill something. And if this is the end of Archons of Sungrace, I'm fine with that. And it's just gone. I'm sure to get a 1-1 of it, but we're going to get rid of this Grim Physician. That's then will kill it again. And it's exiled now, so... Feels like we're slowly churning through everything. And I do still have this Pharika's Libation, which is really annoying. We did kind of... Oh, we should have tapped something down with the Liar there. Too many moving parts. Although, I think we've got lethal now. So sacrifice Grim Physician. Is this an instant? It is an instant. But I don't think it matters. Tap this. And then attack him for lethal. I think they had an opportunity there where they could have like used Pharika's Libation to make sure the Deer Kraken died, but... Oh, that was a close one. Came away with that one in the end. I'm quite happy. We're beating some decks that are pretty good. Like, we've beaten Erebos Thassa, and now we've beaten Woestrider, Archon of Sun's Grace, Nightmare Shepherd. It's all about that Kraken. We're on the draw a lot so far. I think I'll keep this hand just because the Turtle can hold things down, the Liar can hold things down, we've got a removal spell. Once again we see an island. Will it be followed by a swamp? Where people just decide that this is the best colour combination or something. Oh, just island. Let's Agonising Remorse and see what's going on. So there's a Liar of Their Own, Nyxborn Courser, Shimmering Chimera, Daybreak Chimera, so 2 flyers, a counterspell. I'm going to take the Shimmerwing, just because it's got the most potential to just be completely busted. So I guess this will be the Nyxborn Courser. Depends if they want to hold up Deny the Divine. What's this? Counter target creature or enchantment. So we could, if they decide to hold up the counterspell, we could just drop the Liar down. If they do drop Nyxborn Courser, then we're just going to play Riptide Turtle at sorcery speed, so just in case they want to do this. Okay, well they've gone for the Liar. So I guess we will do the same. And now the game is how we get our error boss resolved without it being countered. Because I know players in Seal can be very guilty of just sitting on their counter spells like this. Okay, well, there we go. And obviously Erebos, we're miles off Devotion, but just the ability is very, very solid. It's also worth noting if we do make Erebos a creature, we can make him indestructible and hexproof. I guess the one thing to watch out for is this Daybreak Chimera. It's probably going to get dropped next turn, but that I might just Final Death. Because that's going to cost excess devotion to white. And there's actually I might not do that yet. I might just hold it up because I'm also worried it's a Starlit Mantle mana that might make it hexproof. So I might just use the Liar on it next turn, and I can drop the Riptide Turtle. And again, Riptide Turtle, like, in some ways it's almost best case scenario if they denied a Divine on it, because like our 0-5 defender I'm not massively concerned about being counters. Like, I'd much rather have that Nyxmore Marauder on the field, for example. Also, yeah, this only gets hexproof until end of turn, which is worth bearing in mind. It's not just hexproof forever. Well, let's see if they want to counter the 0-5. Like, the opponent must know that that counterspell doesn't hold a great deal of value, given that we know that it's there. I mean, also, their Liar can tap this down for free, but it's on the board then at least. Okay, Captivating Unicorn is fine. So drop the Nyxmore Marauder. We'll see if they untap the Liar. We're only 2 devotion off Erebos, but the problem is our deck has so little double black. Like, I feel like it's going to be very rare that we actually turn Erebos on. I know, we're not in a fantastic position here, to be honest. Like, they've got more than enough mana to hold up a counterspell. And our board presence isn't fantastic. And yeah, this Constellation, these Constellation triggers are a bit of a pain. Honestly, I'm probably going to Final Death this Captivating Unicorn, because like in this situation where just turning anything into a tap down is actually really quite an annoyance for us. Alright, we're going to get hit for 6 here, and we just can't actually take too much of that. Like another creature from them would be 1/1 target creature enchantment gains protection. That's given that I'm glad they played it this turn because they don't get the tap off the unicorn, but that's going to actually make our Final Death really awkward now. I think Nadir Kraken's probably one of our better draws. Elspeth's Nightmare would also be quite nice. Oh, well, I mean, there is an Elspeth's Nightmare. But it will get countered. I think we pass for now and see if we can find an opportunity to So what we really want to happen here actually is our opponent to sack Omen of the Sea, which they've got no reason not to. Which means we'll then exile this in response, because the Aelicid's protection ability won't be up. which means it will be easier for us to defend. Okay, they didn't go for that. They didn't go for the Lyre as well, which is odd because that would have been a free tap down on something on this. We just want them to drop enough mana for us to resolve our Elspeth's Nightmare, or we want to draw something that allows us to do two things in the same turn. That includes using the Lyre to tap down our 4/4. If we had one more land, we'd be able to give it hexproof for the turn, but okay. So tapping down that. So I guess they drew another constellation creature, which is really unfortunate if so. Because if we drew another constellation creature, they get to gain for 7. And if we've got enough to hold this up, then can't kill anything, so I guess we're hoping they've got some 6 mana constellation creature we can deal with. Omen of the Sun, wasn't it? Oh, and that gets to make tokens too. We're not in a fantastic spot here anymore. Okay, well, what we need to do here is we still need to do this because A, they might forget. B, it will save us the damage. And if they use the 1 mana off this, then we have enough mana to use Elspeth's Nightmare next turn without it getting countered. Okay, so that's fine. Play that and destroy that. And then if they go to Entrancing Lyre, our next Marauder will stick this on it to give it hexproof temporarily just to survive. Same with a Constellation trigger. Thankfully this Elspeth's Nightmare will get rid of that counter spell. We can also, if we really needed to, sacrifice something to Erebos. I mean, we can just sacrifice things to Erebos. You don't have to have the pay 2 life. I mean, this isn't going to work in the future, but we just need to get through this turn. I guess it depends if they want to try and force through the damage now. I mean, any draw for us that isn't land and Funeral Rites is pretty solid. If they attack, I'm tempted to sack the Riptide Turtle to just kill a soldier. If the choice from the opponent is to attack with everything. What we really want up in here is some Threnody Singers. I mean, the only way taking 1 here hurts is if we then draw Funeral Rites. Okay, so they've got land. We're going to get that counterspell at long last. I can't activate Erebos anymore. So yeah, they can... We are slowly being chipped down, and they do get these Scry 2s, so we're still not in a fantastic spot. Like, Constellation Trigger still kills us, I believe. I mean, one thing we could do that's very risky is we could sacrifice 2 creatures to kill Captivating Unicorn. Which, if they tap down something, we might have to do, because they can liar something and tap down the other, and we have to do that and just take 1. I mean, Woe Strider would be a great draw here as well, as you're up. Oh god, Elspeth Conquers Death. Okay, so they're going to exile the next Spawn Marauder. And this is a Constellation trigger as well, so now we have to kill the Unicorn. I would like to decline to bait you life. Oh, it's -2, -1. I mean, we still have to do it so it doesn't commit lethal damage, but it just doesn't kill it outright. We still need something. Oh! Okay. Well, I didn't mean to press that, but I think... I don't know what draw could have got us out of it between the liar and everything. That was an unfortunate one. Just gonna go to the bathroom quickly. But man, that's a close one, and like sometimes, you know, you face all these decks with massive rares and you get past them, and sometimes it's just a good old-fashioned synergistic deck.
Just gotta know one thing. Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
Well, that was a wild one.
Are you ready? I said,
It's currently 0 degrees outside. Ah, against Mindslaver. Did well to get that nickname. That is a mulligan even on the draw. Unfortunately. This is a much better hand. I'm gonna get rid of Starlit Mantle. Sorry, no mute button. Just have to wheel away from the camera as quickly as possible. So Hero of the Pride. Second island's nice there because it means we'll be able to drop down Caliphie. There's an Alilios. Probably take. I guess we don't have to take 3 from the Reflection here because the Physician blocks, it just kills it, and the 2/3 can't attack through Caliphie right now. So, like, our opponent seems on the aggressive side, so if we can slow them down by killing something, this works for me. Because Because again, if we kind of maintain our life total in the board state, it gives us space to resolve funeral rites. Okay, where's Entrancing Lyre? Where's Erebos? This card's so good at uncommon. Yeah, so I think this is where I'm just going to take our licks. I just would rather just set up nicely for future turns. Opponent? Is our opponent missing land drops? It looks like it. Okay. We'll get to do several things this turn then. So let's drop a Woe Strider. And let's see what's going on in this hand that we can possibly get rid of now. Let's also exiles from Graveyard, which is worth noting. Oh, wow. So, I mean, this looks like a hell of a deck. So, Banishing Light, Nadir Kraken, +2/+2, Indestructible Hexproof. This Dreamcrawler, though. Oh, this is such a tricky one. So, Nadir Kraken could land earlier, and it's obviously very difficult to deal with. However, Dreamcrawler is straight up unbeatable. For the most part. So for cast Dreamcrawler, I need to draw 3 of them. I'm going to get rid of Dreamcrawler. There are ways in our deck that we can beat Nadir Kraken. But there are just no ways in our deck that we can beat Dreamcrawler. Okay, so there's a good chance that we'll have something Banishing Lighted here. And for this reason, I'm actually just going to kill this Illyrios now. No, sorry, not the Illyrios, because of Starlit Mantle. I'm going to kill this because then we can keep Woe Strider in escape range, and this just uses up their abilities right now. Because again, if we can just escape the Woe Strider, we're just making them waste their stuff for now. That's not quite lining up in the way I want it to. Got Banishing Light, Nadir Kraken, Spirit Mantle. So let's cast this. If they want to Banishing Light it, then fine. Because the goat's going under the bus. Maybe they'll untap the Lyre. They are untapping the Lyre. I guess they're gonna try and like tap down the goat so we can't chump block. And then Banishing Light, or are they just gonna tap that down? That's fine. If we get a land we can do 2 things next turn. So now we've got 7 mana. I wonder if they're just going to keep trying to tap things down with the Lyre to force damage through. Oh, this will work out really well if they did, because I could have pumped Caliphate at instant speed. Okay, they can now play Nadir Kraken, which is unfortunate. Like, taking so much damage early on has not been great. -2, -1, isn't it? So if they do that, Spirit Mantle makes it a 3/3. Then it'll become a 1/2, and Caliphie will kill it, so I'm fine with this. If they've got another pump spell, then shit. Oh, they do as well. Oh man, this is not lining up in the way I was hoping. I honestly think I do need to pay the life. Oh, our own Nadir Kraken, that's pretty much perfect. I wonder if they're going to go for their own Nadir Kraken or just go for Banishing Light. Well, this works out for us because now we get to kill that. So they can't hold up Spirit Mantle. And they get our Erebos, but fine. Oh, Elspeth's Nightmare, that's a fantastic draw. And we gotta get our Kraken down, these Krakens will cancel each other out, except ours is up first. Okay, well we're still not in a great spot. Because they've got this Lyre as well. I mean, there's an argument to say we should have held off on this, but I think we just die if we didn't. I mean, we are going to get rid of the Spirit Mantle. Oh, we might get rid of the Kraken too. Okay, well I'm going to give this Hexproof for now. Well, let's just... I don't think we've got anything that returns from the graveyard. So let's just get our Woe Strider back. It's unfortunate that has Hexproof this turn, because I would have loved to have attacked into it and tried to then Maya's Grasp it down. I guess the advantage is, although we're both growing tentacles, our Woe Strider can sack the tentacles to get the scries and smooth out the draws a bit. I guess they can Lyre down our Kraken for a while, but we're just going to keep having tentacles too. And we do have answers for this Kraken still. It's a nice draw. Well, let's see if we can get out of this. And a Witness of Tomorrow's is a nice scroll. And for them. I don't know of a way in blue-white to give trample in this set. Yep, Maya's Grasp will do. Yeah, let's hope they don't have another hexproof thing. That would be unfortunate. Okay, well... At least they did that before. Because I guess... they would have had to have seen it coming that it was going to be 2 Maya's Grass, but there's every chance they could have just waited for it to to get the second one as well. Okay, so they've switched this to the Arnadir Kraken, which I'm not really sure on the logic of. I guess the Woe Strider can attack into it fine then. But I mean, I guess us having these flyers is currently proving to be the difference. And I wish there was a way for us to utilise this Maya's Grass better. Whenever another creature you control attacks gets +0, +1 until end of turn. Well, that's annoying. I guess this means all these tentacles can attack as 1/2s now. Thankfully the opponent does not realise this. Do not want island. And we get another scry. Do not want swamp. Guess there's no reason for us to not attack with Maya Strider. Well, I guess we're winning in 2 turns anyway, so let's not just get caught by something with flash or something. It feels like I've untapped the Lyre again. How many attackers do they have? 5, and we have got 4 blockers, but one of them can't get through. Okay, yeah, they're having to tap down flyers now. Let's just get these lines out of the way. I think I'm fine to sack a tentacle here as well. Don't know if I want a turtle either. It would have been better than that. It's going to seem weird, but I'm just going to put this on that if we're in another situation. Because we're on 2, if we don't have enough blockers, at least that's then just a 0-1. I guess we could have killed a tentacle, but I'm more worried about the free power thing. Whew, okay. We are rolling on. One thing I'll say, a lot of these games have been close. Yeah, they should print a Manatee in Magic. I wonder if they just put it under as like as some other creature type. I am going to keep this on the draw. It's risky, but we've got a decent chance of finding a 3rd land, and we've got 2. We've got 1 spell we can play, but if we draw another land, we play our entire hand. Our opponent did mulligan. And we are paid off for our decision. That's the first forest we've seen. We haven't seen a forest or a mountain yet. Okay. Well, we've got a Threnody Singer ready to go. I'm just going to play it out to start beating down. Similarly, let's get our Caliphate going. Because we have 2 removal spells, so we could keep the tempo up quite nicely here. I'm fine to use this on this for now. I like applying the pressure. And if I've only got big chunky creatures, then the Self-Special Nightmare is going to look a bit silly, but that might be have to be. Okay, they're going to flicker the Glory Bearers. Ah, this guy. I've played against this guy before, and it is really annoying. So there's a pacifism there. But yeah, it doesn't look like the most intimidating Planeswalker in the world, but turns out it really is. Which is why we're going to flash in this Vexingal at end of turn. Like, just because, like, the person we played against just activated it 8 times and never whiffed on it. And just turning all your enchantments into Banishing Lights is really a hell of a thing. So they're going to do this to Caliphate, I guess. Yeah. Okay, well we flash this in. I'm just going to do this now rather than beating the opponent just because it turns off the turn a thing into Banishing Light. They found a 5/3 gives everything trample. So if they play that, we get to kill Calyx and beat down a fair deal. And we've got a pretty big air force here. Sacking and scrying. Oh, Woestride is a nice draw. So, I love Vexingal. Just look at that art. So good. Let's use our mana efficiently and drop this. We could drop the Woestrider, but I guess we could have. Yeah, probably should have dropped the Woestrider. Okay, so they're going for the doubling thing and the trampling thing. That could be annoying, to be fair. Well, I'm gonna attack because we're gonna play 2 creatures. We're gonna play 3 creatures, and the if we can get rid of the trample effect on Glory Bearers, I'm very happy with that. I guess the only thing I need to be super wary of here is the Wrath. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the Planeswalker voice lines are terrible. Just awful, awful. Get one of those. Okay, well, we've got our gems back. Which would be nice. Because I'd like to do some drafts in the week and some more sealed. Hopefully I should get some gems back for a compensation claim because I lost a sealed game because of a rules bug. This isn't amazing, but it's not mulliganable either. Like, this has been like one of the better seals I've played. Like, not just in terms of like obviously we're doing very well, but the games have been sweet. Still no mountains that we've seen yet. Green black. Ah, Grim Physician. So really, I love cards like this. Like any one drop Death Touch or one drop like give something minus something. I'm always such a fan of. It's the tricksiness of it. Get our Gullin. I mean, we've got a slightly clunky hand here, so we can just play this and tap down a Grim Physician. Also, look at the art. The art has the Lyre turning into arms. I wonder if this is getting Return to Nature yet. Return to Nature may well be first pickable in this set. Just because, you know, you hate on enchantments, you hate on escape. Good lord, that's Pelucranos. You hate on enchantments, you hate on escape. We get to exile this. But also Entrancing Light, I feel like, especially on Arena, you're going to see so often. Well, I'm glad that we found the only way really in this format to deal clean with Pelucranos, which is exile it immediately. Otherwise, it comes back with 12 counters. Big chunky boy. Yep, it's free. I just want to get the flyers down. And see if we can start getting stuff with Elspeth's Nightmare and Maya's Grasp. Well, that is a neat combo. So they enchant our creature to say they get it back when it dies and then killed our creature. Which I'll admit did get us there. And this isn't the safest position that we're in right now. Like, them having a 3/4 flyer that SARS is not great. 2/2, if you control another creature 4 or greater, put +1/+1 counter on it. 0/2 hexproof. If they put that on the Witness of Tomorrows, I was planning to give that -3/-3. So a little annoying. Right, well let's attack. Because one way we can do this is by winning the race. And that involves giving them a really shitty block here. For an Eddie Singer. And we're both top decking. They have the better threat. But we've got a wider board state and the ability to sack things to Woe Strider. I wonder if they'll just sit back now. Yeah. And we do need to find a way around that, eventually. I'm not really sure what that way around it is going to be. It might just be setting up so we can just kind of slam around it eventually. Like if we attack now, they go one thing, we get for 5. Next turn we get 3. Yeah, we can't start attacking just yet. That's not what I wanted to see from their side. Yeah, that... I mean, I'm never a fan of playing combos like that where you enchant something and then have to have it die. Like, this really has to come together. Plan here is to try and win the race in the air. I think flashing something in here will catch the opponent off guard. And then we are slightly winning the race at that point. I am also just going to start sacking things to Soul Reaper of Mogus. Where am I? Oh, I wish I had now. We'll hold that up just as a threat, and hopefully our opponent doesn't have a way to buff in some toughness on the Witness of Tomorrows for this turn. That's a blocker. I mean, the opponent can't attack here, really. I'm going to move that around. Then I think it just wins us the game on the spot. Probably not. That's risky. But, you know. Well, we milled a land, we drew a land, and we lost on the Deer Kraken. If we attack with everything here, I can block in a way where they only take 3, so we will wait. I definitely have some paths to victory here. Ooh, 3/3 Death Touch is well, I don't want to see that because of the escape things that they've got going on. I need 4 for this, and there's 3 in there currently. Does make you wonder if they'd throw something away, because then they can escape the Typhon. Jeez. Swinging out everything doesn't win, does it? One thing has to get through. Well, 2 things have to get through in the air, which is at least 3 damage. And then just 2 blocks on the ground, so we're not quite there yet. Like, one of our ways to win is just by finding another creature, really. Which is why I don't want to just start sacking things to Woe Strider or Soul Reaper of Mogus. Okay, so they're going to start attacking him with this, by the looks of it. This is kind of fine. Oh my god. There's only 5 lands left in our deck. I think we just have to kill this. We're not in a great spot, though. Just because they can now escape this Typhon. Oh no, they need 1 more in the graveyard to escape the Typhon because it counts itself. But yeah, I guess I have to get rid of that Death Toucher. I guess if they go attacking with the Typhon, it's like we can stick a Threnody Singer in front of it. You just sack it straight away. In fact, I should just be letting the Woe Strider die so I can escape it, really, in hindsight. Might just do that. Although if they don't have another creature here... Yeah, I'm actually just gonna... Oh, it is sacrificing a creature. Ooh, Spirit Mantle. Yep, so we're still not doing anything. Yeah, we're not doing anything. We have Spirit Mantle that we can hold up for purposes. We let Woe Strider die so we can escape it and create a goat. I should have just let this die a lot earlier. I forgot that it can be escaped. This I'm just going to block and Spirit Mantle it. Because I was going to probably do it to one with goals anyway. And this now means if their attack was predicated on the fact that we would lose a blocker, we would lose 2 blockers, then sure. Maybe they've got a removal spell here? Okay, so they're going to do that. And we're still in pretty bad shape, I think. Because now they can escape this. Yeah. I feel like we were in a strong spot up until we started drawing a million lands. Well, I guess we still have lots of escapes to go on this. The Witness of Tomorrows is really annoying now, though. Because now it can just attack in. We just have to let it get eaten. Very unsure what can actually win us the game at this point. It would need to be some sort of shenanigans with... No, I definitely don't think we can. Because we have no way of killing this Witness in the air. No, this doesn't even shrink it enough. I mean, it shrinks it enough for a block, but we can't attack through, so... Well, it'll be one more game either way. I think that was unfortunate. We were in good shape, just... I mean, we ended up with withdrawing quite a lot of lands, but definitely some mistakes there. We should have blocked with the Woe Strider earlier, just knowing that we can escape it. Okay, this seems like a solid hand. Last game, white slate. Last chance to see a mountain. We'll drop the turtle here. Actually no, we'll drop the singer. Just start getting damage in. And the other thing is, like, dropping flyers early can sometimes distract the opponent from dealing with, like, make them use removal spells early. Huh, we've been seeing a lot of Woe Riders today. Suspecting, oh, that's a nice scroll. Suspect it's quite a nice one in, black-white, because there's all the token generation. So they're going to get the scry on their goat. Still, make them use it now, when it might not be as preferred. And drop Caliphie, that's a big threat, but also because getting up that protection, the earlier the better, really. And Caliphie draws a lot of fire, I think, even though it's only 3 toughness. Or she's only 3 toughness. It's tricky, like, would you trade with your Woe Strider here? Because I mean, the Woe Strider can trade with Naiad with Hidden Codes. Ah, Timurit. God, I hate that effect when you play Timurit, just... Here is screaming. Let's take out the Woe Strider. Because Timurit cannot trade with Caliphie as it stands. Just going to hold the turtle in case you want to turn on Devotion quicker. Nope, we might just use that as a block then. The Woe Strider's far off escaping. Gets to play our own Woe Strider next turn. But yeah, I mean I could have played a turtle, let's get one more damage through. X minus X minus X, gain X life. Yep, that works. Well, we've got a board to do. Creature gets +1/+0 and indestructible to end of turn. Well, cool with that. We're not going to be beating down on the ground anymore, but there's not really any offing anyway. Let's find some more flyers. Or at least some more not lands. I mean, let's find the Deer Kraken. I'm going to play out the land now just because there's more reason when you're sending one every turn on Deer Kraken. Yeah, I figured it might just die straight away, but c'est la vie. Well, we'll keep beating in with our Threnody Singer. Vexing Gold joins the party next turn, so that's going to be a 3-turn clock. Or maybe not then. Scavenging Harpy, I would have loved to have had some in this deck. Just a 2-1 flyer that you occasionally get to hate the graveyard in this set seems really, really quite strong. so they do have some life gain. And what's frustrating is yeah, what's frustrating is this Timoret is gonna make it harder for us to escape Woe Strider. Until now. Although honestly, no, I still think taking out that's correct. Like, we've still got some beatdown going on in the air, and exactly like that in white, something like that could easily have happened. So I'd rather keep the Woe Strider, which we can loop to more benefit. I'm really surprised they played the Daybreak Chimera out there rather than just kind of letting us nab one of those for free. Oh, they milled 2 lands, that was nice for them. Although it looks like they drew one as well. Okay, so they've got some flying on 2. I mean, we can kind of trade off with some of their stuff, but yeah, beating down, like, for us, it only fuels our ability to escape the Woe Strider. But I will absorb some damage because all this nonsense in the air could get out of hand. I should have sacked that. That was a mistake. Okay, well, drawing that Threnody Singer was nice. If we block, we can shrink something for 4. If they block with everything, that's still going to kill the Woe Strider, but we'll get to kill something in the air. I don't think we need that just yet. Let's try and whittle down this Air Force on their attacks. Oh, there's the Liar. Ever annoying Liar. Okay, so let's see what they attack with here. Let's get rid of the free. I mean, there's definitely blowouts that could happen with this. But we can escape this Woe Strider. We get to kill 2 of their threats. And we're going to get to beat down in the air for free here as well. Okay, Omen of the Sun's a bit of an annoyance. Now the thing is, they can untap the Liar to deal with the Woe Strider, but it means they kind of have to slow it down in the air a bit. Then something like a Final Answer for us becomes really strong. And of course we can still then... oh god. Archon of Sun's Grace. Well... that's not great. It's going to be tricky for us to deal with. And I can't tap down the Woe Strider this turn now, at least. But that was not what we wanted to see. This does put us on the back foot quite a bit now. fine draw. I mean, we just have to really hope we don't see any constellation triggers coming out from the opponent. I mean, they get to play the liar game here, where they just... it's just a very slow tapper. And this having lifelink really does twist the race around. At the same time, they can only attack with that right now, so... Vexingle's a solid draw. Like again, they are playing the liar game, but we might be able to get them with some trickiness here with the goals. Yeah, another flyer, that's not what we wanted really. But if they attack with the Archon of Sun's Grace here, we are going to get to kill it. And they'll only get to kill one Threnody Singer. Or they can kill the goal. And the Woe Strider will start working its way through at some point now. So, I really can't win this aerial war at the moment. I don't think Soul Reaper Mogus does enough though to keep it. I mean, Erebos is a strong draw here because that can at least outright kill one of the Harpies. And honestly, it's not far away from being able to... We actually have a situation where Nyxball Marauder would actually turn it on. I wonder if now, like, when they see Erebos, they're like, attack with everything! Yeah. I mean, I get through for 2 here, but we get to kill something. It also might be they've just got a Wrath now. No. In that case, I'm a little bit surprised, because that didn't really seem to benefit them that much. If we can just find our removal spell. Oh god, this situation, I mean, we have to. And that did work out very well for us. Got our own Liar. I'm still only going to attack with the Woe Strider to be safe. Okay, well, being in jump block mode for our opponent there is good. We may have just about turned this around. I mean, no matter what happens in this last game, our deck has been really, really good. Okay, let's get our scry. Decline. Don't want that. We're in fairly solid shape. Is there anything in haste, white, black? Oh wait, it doesn't matter, this is just lethal. Oh, we've done my maths wrong. No, we've done it perfectly right. And that is 7 wins. Damn, I mean, that was a pretty good deck, to be honest. Unfortunately, it doesn't let you pick up the deck that it was, but I mean, if we just go to new cards, I mean, we've been playing things like Chain to Memory, but like the Threnody Singers, Nadir Kraken, Caliphate, I mean, that was just a really good deck, and also helps with my standard desires quite a bit. Oh, I guess we got this off our Mastery Pass. Oh, well, I mean, that's probably as good as you could get out of an M2020 pack. Anything good in here? There's another mythic wild card. Phoenix of Ash. I mean, red decks are probably why I play the least, so. Shadow Spear. This seems like it'll be solid in something. What do I really want? Probably like... I'm not sure. Rare wildcards. Messian Ball. Okay, well, that was a pretty good run. 7 wins. So yeah, thanks for coming along and watching, and I will see you around.